see if I can get a better angle on this. Today was the first day of shooting video and visiting megaliths here in Sri Lanka. And we drove from the south of the country all the way up to the Anuradhapura region, which is at the very, very north, and it's extremely hot up here. It's actually much hotter climate than down the south. But it's a dry heat, so it's a bit more manageable. Now, this one of the highlights of the trip that I was looking forward to for me to actually visit was the Shakaraya rock carvings in what's known as the temple or the garden of the kings. Now this, I don't have the video on this footage, but believe me, I've got some, this what I've got is gold. Now this is basically, it's described, even by the locals describe it as a stargate, and it's a rock art carving that actually depicts this idea of movement between different dimensions or different planets. And it's a remarkable energy at the place. And today was also indicative of the fact that Sri Lanka is an untapped resource of megalithic research. Now everyone knows about Sigiriya and the other major sites. What's happened here in Sri Lanka is exactly what's happened in Ireland with the Catholic Church. The Buddhists drew a line under history and said it really began with us. And anything that seems incredibly ancient, they'll say we don't know who built it or it was Buddhist. And just like in the Christian world, the Buddhists have built upon existing Neolithic, megalithic sites. Now today I stumbled upon something that I've never seen described anywhere in this part of the country, just by chance, and I believe it's quite possibly one of the largest stones ever moved by humans. It is astounding. We're talking Baalbek. Now it's a rough stone, it's not dressed like the Baalbek monoliths, but it is absolutely colossal, and there's two of them, and they appear to have been moved. They're almost like gigantic dolmen capstones, probably weighing 1,000 tons or more. And again, you have all over around the megalithic culture these holes in the ground. Now I know what they're for. I have a local guide, and this is basically everything you're looking for in the megaliths. You have the idea of giants, you have the idea of the use of quartz, you have the idea of the use of magic, you have the idea of aliens. The alien thing is extremely strong here. It's long before the Van Daniken idea. They believed here that the gods came from the stars, and this kind of idea. And there's a folklore that's very similar to things you get in the Indo-European tradition. But again, like in Western Europe, the Buddhists here rather, have done the same thing as the Christians have in Europe. They've basically robbed people of their heritage. And so it's an enormous story I'm looking forward to telling. This is a remarkably beautiful country. So beautiful, in fact, there's been parts where I've actually been really brought to tears by what I've seen in front of me. It's indescribably beautiful. On top of that, the local culture is beautiful as well. The people are so friendly. Now, if you're going to come here, get used to, if you don't like curry, get used to starving, because you basically have curry for every meal. I mean, having curry for breakfast is like a staple if you're drunk or on a hangover, but this is every day. It's I love spicy food and curry. I think some of the food I've had here is just the best I think of any country in the world. I mean, it's just unbelievably good, and everything is sort of like stitched together by coconut in one way or another. And you can stop at the side of the road, and the guy chops open a coconut with a machete, and you drink the coconut juice from inside it. It's like the most delicious thing you've ever tasted. It's better than water because it's full of all the electrolytes and minerals you need for dealing with the hot weather. And then he makes a little kind of blade out of a part of the husk of the coconut, and you use that as a kind of a spoon to eat the flesh. And they associate food here very much with healing, the whole Ayurvedic idea. Like even the guy at the side of the road, he said to me, eating the coconut flesh, it's very good for bones, very good for bones. Anyone gives you something to eat, they say very good for back, very good for eyesight, very good for liver, this kind of thing. They very much associate food with medicine, and it's something that we've lost badly in the West because of pharmacology and things like that. But yeah, that's the first day in Sri Lanka on doing actually a megalithic road trip. The footage will be fantastic, and I'm looking forward when I get home. I'll be editing it and uploading it. But before I do that, I will give you these updates when I can, and when I can find broadband. And we continue on our travels, and take care of yourselves all. Bye bye.